apron, sounds a little strange to some people, I guess. So what brought all this about is this, I'm calling the SS Chi, because a friend of mine, Chi, as some of you know, gave me the main part of this. And this is actually a shoulder piece from a robot, from the 5-star Stories Jag Mirage Twin Tower, which stands roughly 5 feet tall once you're done with it. So he gave it to me because he knew I would do something with it. So what I've been doing is, say, like, two main areas is this inset and this inset in here. Basically, since I'm making it up as I go along, I was trying to figure out, okay, what do I do with it? So I'm thinking, okay, this one can be more like a bridge. This can be kind of like an observation type of place in there. So instead of filling it with resin or filling it with clear epoxy with some paint in it to give it a tint, okay, since I'm making it up as I go along, if I decide to change my mind, well, if it's all filled, I'm basically screwed. I couldn't do anything with it. So what I basically do, also helps to have some good dental tools, is I'll just basically what I've been using is just regular printer paper. And depending on the size of what I want to fill, I'll just soak some strips, small strips, big strips, or whatever, in some water until they're completely soaked, kind of like paper mache. So in this case, I would lay it in. And start with my dental tool or with the fingers.
So there's no glue or anything, it's just wet.
It's just wet. And wet paper will form, it's almost like it's almost kind of like a reverse vacuum form. Then all I do is just fold it over to fill it in. In this case, that'd be a lot neater than what I'm doing here, but same thing with this. So the nice thing about that is you set it and forget it. Let it dry, completely dry in there. So when it dries and you pop it out, it retains its shape. It stays all together, okay? And you can create all sorts of weird shapes with it, okay? And it doesn't stick to the surface, you can pull it out. And say, like with this one, this is actually 2, possibly 3 layers of paper. And it molds together, it stays together for the most part. And, I had to use one of the dental tools to pop it out. And even if it came apart, it's like a puzzle. It retains its shape and you just put it right back on top of itself and it's all back together, all in place. Okay, so the next step, what I do is I'll take the thin crazy glue, all right? And then you soak the paper. The paper absorbs it. And once that's completely set, I let it set on its own. Now you basically have a piece of plastic, okay? It's that hard. You soak, and the thicker ones, I'll make sure it soaks all the way through. And it's kind of like raising the grain on balsa wood if you guys used any of the aero dope and stuff like that. So you do have a little bit of glue sticking out, and some of the paper sometimes will come up. You sand it down. It's like plastic. You just sand it. It doesn't come apart because it's soaked all the way through with crazy glue. Crazy glue dries basically like plastic. Okay. Then the next thing I did was I go through, and this I use the Bondo spot glazing putty. So you glaze it, or you put the putty in, or this one is actually coming out better than my original one that I was going to use. So I needed like another little layer to fill in the cracks. Okay. So what I'm going to do with this, or thinking about, since I have so many examples of it now, I can either paint it, which this one I just have some white primer on it. This is the one I was going to use, but this one's a lot better. So you can paint it, or if you want, depending on what kind of material you want to use, you now have a template. A perfect template, because I know for a fact that I can pop this in this hole right here and it won't come out. It's a really tight fit. It's kind of like a Band-Aid. Don't snap the plastic together. So, and this one will come in and out as many times as you want. It'll fold it, pop it out until you glue it in place. So, and the reason why this Forge World Warhound Titan is up here is because you can see the eyes. I did this with the eyes. And this was like 20 years ago. So instead of filling it with resin, I was just experimenting with different things, because those eyes are inset. They're all sunken in, and I didn't want that. So I built it up with paper, brought it out, and while it was still wet, I got one of the dental tools, and I went all the way around and pushed it out a little bit farther. So then once that was dry, I popped it out, put it on that film. This is a 3M ambient light film, which means minimum amount of light and the film lights up like it's backlit, like there's a light behind it. So instead of just painting it a solid color or painting, you know, whatever's already been done, this is something completely different, which is something I try to do or I like to do. So what this method is also really good for, like I mentioned earlier, is making templates. So when I originally got this, trying to figure out what I was going to do with it, is this section right here is actually 1/2-inch foam. It starts about here and goes to about here. And the nice thing about that, if soaked paper will form to anything. So I laid it in there. I added this piece after, but as you can see, it goes in, goes back in, and it slants up. So this back end slanted up with the taper, and also had some indents and everything else. But as you can see what this shape is right here, to try to stick a square piece of foam in there, try to trace it, you'd be going back and forth all day. I laid that on there, let it dry, folded up the edge where it lined up perfectly to the edge, laid that right onto the foam, traced it out. But like I said, it also had a taper. So it retains the shape, so the taper was there too. So I put the taper at the edge of the foam and I cut it to that shape. Lined it up, glued it in place, did some putty work, and that was it. Everything else, as you can see,
What
formed
brand
to
of
it.
super glue do you like?
Well, this was just regular, actually I got some from Harbor Freight, because I would get the bottles of the Bobs and all
Right.
that's good glue. But by the time I used it, it was already solid. So now I've learned, but what I mainly use
Keep it in the
is,
fridge.
yeah. But for gluing nowadays is I use JB Weld on it, especially with some of my figure kits and some of the larger kits that I have, weight-wise and everything else. But I do use the crazy glue, say if I have a large part, I'll put the JB Weld, but I'll use the crazy glue around the edge. Since that dries faster, that crazy glue holds that piece in place until the JB Weld dries.
Right.
So instead of having a rubber band it or hold it there or whatever, it's all done. So like I said, this, for smaller parts or, you know, whatever, hard to reach parts or places depending. Because like I said, now I can take this and I can put it glued to that film, flip it over and trim it to the exact shape, pop it in there, and there you go. Kind of gives you that, kind of like the helmet on an astronaut type of effect. Or even this. And this bump right here, underneath that, that is actually that shape reversed inset like this. So it's like, okay, do I make it another observation, you know, place or anything? I was like, no, let's see. Filled it with the paper, took it out, flipped it over, glued it in place, put some putty on it, and there you go. Fits perfectly, and whatever else you want to do. So it's, to me, it's good for stuff as I'm coming up with it. If I change my mind, well, I'll just pop it out. I'm not set, or have to drill it out or cut it out or anything else, until I finally decide, okay, that's what I want to do, there it is, just glue it in place, and it fits perfectly.
You experimented with different thicknesses of paper?
Yeah, but for the smaller stuff,
Yeah, the thinner. the better.
thinner stuff, yeah. To me, for all of it, works much better, unless you want to do a template for something like that, you get some cardstock. You know, try not to get it too thick, because if you want to fold it over and stuff like that, that's a pain in the ass. So it doesn't really work that well.
Do you find,
Usually the thinner stuff actually holds its own, and after you take it off, you can hold it up, and it'll stay in place, stay in shape.
do you find newspaper tends to work?
Newspaper, no.
No?
No. Mainly because of what it's made of, and even with the inks and stuff like that, makes it a little bit more difficult to work with. Just straight up copier paper, the plain, straight up, works much better. It's more manageable, and you can pile it in. Like the bigger pieces, you can look at this one, this has got like 3 layers to it. And you can just keep on adding and adding and adding, and you know, squeeze it really tight and make, you know, all the water will come out and stuff, and then just let it sit there. Because if you pull it out, you're going to rip it, and it's not going to retain shape. You just leave it in there until it fully dries, pop it out, and there you go. It stays, and like I said, if it comes apart, it's like a puzzle, because it retains the shape, it fits right back together again, glue it, and you're done. Once you glue it, it's a piece of plastic. There you go.
All right, thank you.